Developing news in Naugatuck this morning. A police officer is recovering after investigators say he was run over by a car driven by a suspected drug dealer.
Let's get right over to Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Roger Suzanne, who joins us live now right outside the Naugatuck Police Department. Roger, how serious are the officer's injuries?
Well, good morning, Nicole. Good morning, Wendell. The good news, I guess, is that the officer is expected to be okay, but it's a bit of a mixed bag because they did suffer pretty substantial injuries. In fact, we're told by police that that injured officer actually broke both of their legs in that nasty crash. And again, eyewitnesses say the driver ran over that officer intentionally and then just kept going. And police also say the driver was ditching an illegal gun, cash, and drugs as police pursued. Investigators eventually recovered this handgun, cash, and enough illegal narcotics that the suspects in the car now face drug dealing charges. But the situation began with seemingly smaller stakes. Police say a Naugatuck officer interrupted a shoplifting suspect who was trying to get into a waiting Honda Ridgeline on New Haven Road. That suspect was arrested after a short foot pursuit, but as that was happening, investigators say the driver of the Honda took off, and a short time later, a different Naugatuck police officer who was working extra duty and was directing traffic on Main Street tried to stop the fleeing SUV, but eyewitnesses say the driver intentionally ran the officer over and just kept going. Incredibly, despite their injuries, the officer was able to radio for help, and Middlebury police officers and state police investigators joined the pursuit and eventually arrested the driver, identified as Stanton Trent, and the passenger, identified as Asia Paulin, in Middlebury. They both now face drug dealing charges, and Trent is also accused of assaulting a police officer. Now, at this point, Naugatuck police have not identified that injured officer, but we can tell you that all three suspects involved in that horrible incident will appear in court later today. Reporting live in Naugatuck, outside Naugatuck Police Headquarters, I'm Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.